Where did I know? That's sort of that. Well, it's nice to see somebody. I don't see you, but nice to know that Russia's watching. I guess you are all over, right? I mean, in our country, we complain about it. I'm not going to complain about it. I appreciate you watching. So don't worry about me. I'm not the FBI. Actually, the FBI used to follow me a lot because I knew Russians, and this is before the wall came down. And that was bizarre. Anyway, so it's a people business. That's what getting the good information is all about. It's not about using the internet. That's part of it. But because the internet now is so big and people are using it for money, you can't get good information that you need. In other words, the stuff I'm telling you about is all free stuff. So that means people, who give out this free stuff that I tell you about they're not advertising. So if you're not advertising, Google doesn't care about you very much. But more importantly, you have to fight maybe 100 million other websites that do the same thing that you're getting for free, but they're getting paid. So they're going to drown out anybody who's giving it for free because they're bombarding that place and they're going to figure out how to get your money. So what is Kitchen Cash? Going to cover that. I'm going to show you how to I'm going to give you a bunch of websites tonight. And it's really I include them even in my housing report. So if you're looking for get money to buy or fix up a house, I show you about a dozen or 24 ways to actually make money out of your house. And not only the traditional Airbnb stuff and things like that, but other ways. Like, I don't know if you saw the video I did on how to be your own travel agent. So as long as you have a laptop, if you ever used things like Travelocity and all those travel sites, you get all the airlines, all the hotels and everything, and you search for a deal or whatever. Well, this is this Travelocity kind of site, that you can use and make money out of. See, Travelocity and all these other sites, Kayak and whatever, they get like 20% of the sale. Okay, that's how they stay in business. So they don't charge you, but they're getting 20% of the sale. So what this site does is give you 10% and they keep 10%. So they're splitting the sale with you. And the guy who just started this, I think a few months ago, and is a big guy who made billions, I think, selling something to Microsoft or something like that. So now he's got this website, and here it is, trvl.com. trvl.com, like travel, but it's not travel, it's trvl.com, and that's what you want. So, and I used it. I was traveling around with my wife. We're going down to see the eclipse, or you know what I'm talking about. I actually never got there. The traffic was so bad, driving from Washington, D.C. down to Carolinas. And so we stopped at a hotel on the way down, and I'm going online while she's driving and looking at my TRVL, and then I say, hey, this is a good rate we could get. And I look at all the other websites, same rate. So all the other aggregate websites for travel is the same rate that I'm seeing on TRVL, but I'm getting 10%. So not only do you get a discount, actually they only have it for lodging now, but they hope to have it for airlines and everything else soon. Rental cars, but it's for lodging. So what it's also good for, like if you have a community group or your church, everybody goes on holiday or does something like that, you could do the websites for them. Or you could look for packages for them or whatever, and you're getting like 10% of the sale. So if they're going to New York, and you're going to spend $300 for a couple nights in New York or whatever, I mean, gosh, that's $30 for a little bit of time on the internet, because that is your site, and you put it with your name on it. I got it with Lesco travel agent. So you want to go on that and put in a reservation, I'll get some of the money, or I'll put it in for you or whatever. But I'm not in the business to do that, but I am trvl.com. trvl.com. And that's what that. Now also there's another neat site I like is they're starting to have, peer-to-peer. We have peer-to-peer loans. I discovered about 50 of these peer-to-peer loans. Where you get money not from the banks because the banks charge too much. Oh, hi, Twinkle. Haven't seen you in a while, I don't think, Twinkle. So anyway, now there's something peer-to-peer insurance, and it's like 30% less. So it's homeowners insurance and renters insurance, okay? And it's 30% less than the going rate. That's because they don't need overhead. They don't need a big bloody building. They don't need 1,000 employees. The same way Airbnb does it, or Uber and whatever. They're as big Fortune 500 companies already that employ hundreds of thousands, and they only have like a couple thousand. That's it. So insurance is going to be the same way, And so now here's one. It's called Lemonade.com, and this is insurance, at 30% discount. So you check it. I mean, see, that's what's so nice about a lot of these things. It's on the internet. You get a price, and then you just call up your insurance agent, and what you get. See, a lot of times that's enough to get a discount from your regular insurance people. Hey, they're going to come. They have to compete with these people. So if they don't know the price, and you don't tell them, hey, I'm going to get insurance that's the same coverage, but it's 30% less. So I'm going to have to cancel. What are my options in canceling your policy? And they're going to call the front office and come back. What is the website? Lemonade.com. You are so good to people. Me, Crystal, we're all good to people. I mean, that's what we're here for, everybody. And that's why I only have maybe 20 or 30 years left, And to me, life is, how much can you give before you die? What the hell else are we doing here? And it's fun. What's the most selfish thing to do? Give, right? Because it feels so good. Okay, so that's another one. Lemonade.com. So you got TRVL. You got Lemonade. Okay, here's something that I think is terrific. Everybody likes, as a kid, I used to hitchhike around the country all the time. I'd work during the school year because I hated school. I never studied. And then I would take a summer off. I'd work all summer too, but then I'd take a couple weeks off and I'd hitchhike. And I'd hitchhike for a month. See, at that time, this is back in the 50s, 60s, or whatever, that I could hitchhike on 10 cents a day. And what I would have is a duffel bag, so people would think I was in the military. And most of the people, oh, so did you, so did I. He said, somebody used to hitchhike too. I used to hitchhike back and forth. I lived in Pennsylvania, went to school in Milwaukee. I used to hitchhike back and forth. Cost me nothing. People, that riding with you, they just like company, and they give you lunch or whatever. I'd sleep in a blanket. I'd just sleep on the side of the road anywhere. Or here's another thing I used to do: go into a car lot, a used car lot, and sleep in the back seat of some car. Usually there was one open somewhere, so I'd do that. And I would just travel. I was on my way to Alaska one year, hitchhiking, and actually I got so excited about Seattle, I stayed there. So here's the one I want you to know about that. There's something called Work Camper, WORKAMPER, WORKAMPER, camper with a C, and then WOR, Work Camper. And what they do is keep track of if you want to travel around the country in your RV. What you can do is just stop every often. You need money and work. So they keep track of all the gigs and see these people that are looking for people in their campers to work with them. First of all, they don't want to marry you and have you forever, just a couple of days or weeks or whatever. And they give you free camping spots. So they pay for your camping. They want you so badly. So that's sort of neat. You go on the road and you say, well, how am I going to keep the money coming in? With Work, WORKAMPER.com. Now that's really a newsletter that keeps track of that. But you'll see that, and there's probably other ones too around, if you look a little harder than I did. But it's just so neat. So you get in your RV, and you go out and you see where you're going to, then you check it out, and see you get camping space for free too. So they pay for your camping space. So you work a couple hours or a couple days or whatever it is, as long as you want. And it's also in resorts. in national parks are looking for people to hire temporarily, just a few hours. It's like part of the new gig economy. See, and that's what's going on. It's not traditional jobs anymore. Employers treat employees in a non-traditional fashion, so that's why you as an employee could treat employers as a non-traditional fashion. You start learning all these things, of extra ways, to make easy money or whatever, and nobody owns you, because you work when you want it, because it's easy to pick up another gig somewhere. So that's the other one. So now we have Work Camper, W-O-R-K. Let me write these down. So at the end, somebody's going to say, oh, what was that other one? Kamper.com. Who's tattling on me? Oh, that's right. Okay, so we had Work Camper. We had trvl.com. And we had Lemonade, right? .com. Okay, so that I mean, there's neat stuff. See, that's what I'm trying to do with people, in there. Like I have a report now that has 140 ways like this. I have 140 of these things, and they're in a report. If you go to letsgo.com/tutor and you see the number 140, that's the one. And there's all my reports are loaded with videos, loaded with instructional videos. There. So okay, now here's another travel thing. To be, you could travel around the world. How can I just find, somebody had a question there, but I didn't see it. Oh, let me get it. I have that here. Oh, I don't want to subscribe, but I want to see you or me or whatever it is that's here. Okay, live now. Okay, now I got to see this. I didn't figure out how to see it while I'm... Okay, do you know any job where you can do from home? I'm a stay-at-home mom for children. Yeah, I'm going to cover a couple of those too. I want to travel the world, but I am broke. Okay, here's a way to travel the world if you're broke. Okay, it's a lot of people all over the world want somebody in their house sitting, okay? But actually, what they really want to is if they have pets, see, they want somebody to take care of the flowers, the pets, particularly the pets, because a lot of people now don't like taking their pets to shelters and things like that, so they want there. And there's a bunch of websites, that have this. Now, some of them charge, so you got to be careful. If you're... actually, here's a blog I found that keeps track of a lot of this for traveling. It's called Nomad, NOMADICMATT, NOMADICMATT.com. Okay, and he has a great article there about doing this house sitting. Now, here's some of the sites. TrustedHouseSitters.com. Trusted House Sitters, okay? House Sitters of America. House Sitters of America. MindMyHouse.com. House Carers. I care, you don't care, whatever, but these are house carers. Okay, Luxury House Sitters. Let's go. How are you? Oh, T. Williams, how you doing? Nice to see you again. Here's one, Christian-housesitters.com. See? So if that's a video, hey mom, learn to trade Forex, trust me. Okay. So that's all on house sitting like that. So that's a way to travel. And some of these places are just gorgeous. I mean, you go to places all over the world with mansions and castles, or even just cool places like downtown London. They just want somebody to take care of their pets while they're gone. I saw neat places in Florida on the beach, and they're not charging, and you got a great place to stay and may have to take care of a few pets or whatever. So big deal, Here's another website too. Maybe mom that was asking me about on the end. Hey mom, learn to turn. Okay, where was? Oh, the mom, stay-at-home moms of 4 children. Okay, start listening as I'm talking now, because I can say Patreon, Patreon, Patreon.com. If you have any kind of skill, you have any kind of art you want to do, you're a video photographer, you make crafts, you make doilies, you do anything like this, this is a website you could put your work on and not sell any, but just get money to live on while you do your art. Man, that's what I mean about you're a patron of the arts. I mean, people give money. There's a patron of the arts. I remember interviewing this guy years ago, and I'm sorry. I hope my camera was messed up on YouTube, so I want to make sure my battery doesn't go out. Sometimes my battery goes out. So Patreon, that goes to artists, or would-be artists, or whatever. My son's on there. He likes doing little GIFs, making those GIFs. He's an IT guy. And he just puts his work on there, and people say, hey, that's cool. We got to keep you doing this. So they just send him money. So any kind of art, you're a video photographer or whatever, instead of crowdfunding and trying to get money, this is money to live on. Every month they send it. They give out $1 million a month. Man, when I interviewed that guy, I said, who's going to do that? See, I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot of the times, And now, and this is old data I have. I think it's 6 months old. So they were giving over, and they're still giving more than $1 million every month to artists, and it costs nothing to put it on there. You just go on there, whatever. Okay. You ever want to be in the t-shirt business? Maybe you know about this one, because this has been around for a long time. But it's still great for any kind of artist. Anybody have an idea? You could be in the t-shirt business and not own a t-shirt. You don't have to own equipment. You don't have to have any money. You don't have to know about the t-shirt business. You just have to have an idea. Oh, I want a picture of me like this on a t-shirt. Okay, you take that picture, send it to this website. It's called Threadless. Threadless. Threadless.com. So anything that you think would be a cool t-shirt, you send that in. They do up a t-shirt, the graphic. I'm a graphic artist and more. God bless you. Oh, great. Well, see, this is perfect for you. See, now you're in business overnight. Now, what they do, I love my outfit. Oh, well, this is actually a little dress down day. I'm not as formal. I've been formal for a couple days. But see, this is what I have on the back. Can you see the back? See, I got a big question mark on the back. But I've been traveling a lot, a little traveling. I'm a little tired too. From Lachlan, Matthew, Sherry from Lachlan. Where's Lachlan? Lachlan where? I visited that website. Oh, crazy. Okay, so Threadless. So you put it on there, and then they advertise it to their. These are all the new. T-shirts we have, but they don't really have them yet. If you get high enough rank, enough people like it, then they make it for you. And they share the money with you. And now you start your own t-shirt business just like that. If you want to do it all yourself, you can. But see, the greatest thing about the greatest grants for cosmetologists, for going to school or whatever, sure, there's grants for anything. But it may not be just say cosmetology, but it'd be to pay your bills or to start your own store or whatever it is. But see, something like this, the Threadless, and this is what's great about platforms that Patreon and all these are doing. You put your work there and you get feedback. You want to know if your work is popular. You want to know if anybody cares, and that's what this does. You don't have to go out and put it in a store, advertise it or whatever. You just put it there, and they have the audience. So their people are there. It's sort of like getting your t-shirt in a mall for free, and nothing could be better than that. And then you know if that's a business. So you want to stay and do it with them, or you want to, hey, this is too big for them. I don't want to share the money. Then you do it yourself anymore. How can I build business credit for my property management business? Get money where you don't need credit. Particularly in in real estate, there's 1,000 crowdfunding real estate sites. And that's, you go alternative. You have to go alternative then if you don't have, for the traditional bankers and stuff like that, you use alternative sources of money, and that's what the internet is for. And that's why, to me, the internet is even better than government grants. It's faster, it's cheaper, there's no paperwork, there's no bureaucrat. It's the crowd that tells you, if you're worthwhile or not. I'm some fat cat smoking a cigar. Is it possible to get a loan for $1 billion for a ready-made existing? That's $1 billion. Oh no, that's $1 million. Yes. I would start with the Economic Development Office where you live. You have a county economic development office, you may have a city, and you have a state. So I would start with the state. You call your state capital and ask for the Economic Development Office and tell them you're looking for help to put together a deal. Now, this is anything you do. I mean, people that out there ask me a question. The answers I give you may or may not work. That is life. It's all like that. It's sort of like, oh, I want a date for Friday night. Well, I know this lady over there who may or may not, may or may not be available or whatever, but she's single. And so you got to ask her and see what happens. And if she says no, then you got to think of something else. That's what life is. No one can give you one thing. What I do is narrow it down, because otherwise your option is you go on Google and you look for, single women. What are you going to get there? You're going to get everybody wants to get a credit card, right? and it takes effort. So even though, I could say things are that way and they hand out money for that, and they do, I wouldn't lie, I mean, on purpose, Well, maybe there are times I have, or at least stretch the truth. I do hyperbole, or whatever that means, make it sound maybe better than it actually is for some people. But that's really to get your interest, because and I really get excited. Hyperbole comes from my excitement about these things being available to people, because I know they're of value. I know they could change people's lives. I know you can use them. So many people can use them if they knew they were there. And so if I sit here like a bump on a log and talking about these things, first of all, I would be bored and I wouldn't do it. I'd find other work to do. I do this work because I'm so excited and believe in it so much. But it doesn't work for everybody. Nobody does. But I think everybody should try the option, whether you use me or anybody else. If you just start believing that there are alternatives in life, that's what we have to believe. And you could start seeking them out yourself. What I do is save you time, looking for all this stuff, because this is what I do every day of my life for the last 40 years or so. Where were we in? I know, the mom at home. She has 4 kids, right? You have 4 children. Okay, here, what's big now is you serving dinner to strangers at home. Now, it sounds a little strange. You like to cook, okay? Well, what's going on now? Travelers, we have so many travelers now, that want different experiences. They rather are local. Everybody wants authenticity now. Going to a 4-star, 5-star restaurant, that business is closing down. If people now go to a new city, I bought your book years ago from programs are what I wasn't looking for. Any book I have will have thousands of programs in it, so I'm sure there were a lot there that you weren't looking for, or maybe I didn't understand. I'm sorry. So people, when they travel now, they want a local experience. And so that's why people are now saying, hey, you can come to my house, $50 a piece, and we chat, and you learn from the people overseas, and they learn from you what a person like this lives in. I mean, that's how I love to travel. I mean, to go to a new city and just see tourist spots and eat in tourist restaurants, that's not living to me. I want to know how people live in that city. That's why I hate being a tourist. I travel, I pretend it's on business so I could talk and meet people that are living every day. Like when you come to Washington, I don't go down to the Washington Monument. Wouldn't you want to know how I live? Homestays and farm stays sounds fun, right? See, all that stuff. So here are 3 websites for cooking. Okay, one is Bon Appeteur, Bonappeteur, Bon Appeteur, Bonappeteur.com. Okay, here's another one is Eat Feastly, E-A-T, all these names, EatFeastly.com. Eat Feastly.com. Okay, here's another one. Eat With, EATWITH. See, they're all there. And actually, there's a new one popping up, which is sort of a takeoff on this, but it's just like takeout, your home takeout. And people are making dinners like for less than $10 a piece. And they just make it like you're making dinner for yourself and you want to share it with somebody else. You go to SHMEAL. I think they're still in the beta. They haven't traveled to other cities yet. SHMEAL.co. This is a high-tech firm when you see .co. SHMEAL. And what it is, and it's 2 young guys who used to do this, that they were living together as roommates, and they used to take turns cooking for each other, And then they had another buddy who said, hey, I don't like cooking either. Could you make an extra portion? And he'd come over and they'd have a portion for him to pick up. Now what they do, yes, see, I don't like to cook that much anymore. But you can start one in DC. So now what they do, they have an app on your phone, and you see what they're cooking the night, and you say, hey, make me an extra, make me a plate full, and you come over, and the meals are like, $6 to $10, because it only costs, when you buy for a few, like a family dinner, when we have family dinner, $4 per plate of dinner is a lot, It doesn't cost that much. You go to restaurants, it costs you $30, $40, So that's why you can get it for $10 or less, it's called Shmeal, SHMEAL.co. Okay, I think I gave you a bunch there. Okay, we have Work Camper, WORKAMPER. That's making money, living in your RV on the road. Travel, be your own travel agent at home. TRVL.com, be your own travel agent. Insurance at 30% off. Lemonade.co, Lemonade.co. Traveling around, on other people's, living in other people's houses. These are house sitting, trustedhousesitters.com, trustedhousesitters.com, House Sitter America, Mind My House, House Carers, Luxury House Sitting, Christian-House Sitters, and caretaker.org. Perhaps help me so I can help my grandparents. Lots of help there. And then Patreon, that's anybody with any kind of art or craft or whatever ideas, you want to keep doing it as a living. This is a website, you just sign up and people send you money to live on monthly because you're committed, like every month. Yeah, I'll give this guy $10 a month. It looks cool. We should keep him going. And then Threadless, THREADLESS. That's to take your picture, your idea, your words, or whatever, and see if there's a t-shirt business in it for you, and it costs you nothing to try because they have the market, they have the t-shirt business and everything, and if there is a market, then you get a big chunk of that money. And it costs you nothing to figure it out if it isn't. See, that's the key in life. Nobody knows what really works, and now we have places to find out if it really works, and it costs you nothing to find out. So that's what I'm trying to do. Now, questions I have, I'm running down. I had 6 weeks on the road. Really help me with scholarship thing. Counselors are at the high school are worthless. Miss Nemo. Well, the first place you want to check is I have an ebook on unknown scholarships and paying for education at lesco.com/tutor. One of the best places I think that people miss, particularly people in high school, is your state government. Your state has money. Every state has it. And they have dozens and dozens of scholarships. Depends on the state, it varies. So you want to go to your state capital, ask your elected official about scholarship, okay? And they will help you. Also ask your congressman. They have a list of scholarships that they'll tell you about. But your state representative too. So you have a representative and maybe a senator or whatever at the state capitol, not Washington, but you call both. You tell them both that you're looking for that, and they'll help you with that. I'm starting a Universal Technical Institute. I don't know if I can get any extra financial help. Well, you already started, haven't you? I don't know where and how old it is. You may want to check that list I have. Go to my YouTube videos, and you'll see maybe under college. I forget what I have there. I got 2,000 videos on YouTube now, and a lot on college. Or lesco.com/tutor. My voice is going. I'm tired as hell. I've been partying for a week. Really, my son's wedding. It was just a terrific wedding. 300 people, and we had a ball in upstate New York, out on a farm, and it was a beautiful place. And both my boys were there. It was terrific. It was one of the most soulful things I've done in many long. I think my wife was right. She said, the best weekend we've had in our lives. The problem was it was like a 6-day weekend, and I'm exhausted. Such a nice guy to help people. You don't know. I know you all. We're all struggling. I know how you feel because, we all struggle. And that's why I think we all have an opportunity not to take from other people, but to give from other people because they're struggling just like you are. Yeah. What's that? A $50 package? Do you have multiple options for grants and diverse niches or industries to choose from? No, I got I have 3 research reports I do. I saw one of your suits at the Halloween shop. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. A lot of people call me at Halloween and want to wear one. I have one for $50. That's for housing. And I show you all the government money programs and grants and available from nonprofits and even website stuff, crowdfunding for buying a house, fixing up houses, or real estate investors. And then I have, Joker, that was okay. Then I have one for starting a business, and that's $79. And that shows you 200-300 sources where you live. See, that research has to be customized because it's all local where you live. Then I have one for living expenses, and that's about $299, and that's to pay bills, the daily bills and expenses, and that's the biggest thing I've ever done. I'm starting to do it now. Trying to get it's $79, but I'm trying to get it down to about $30 or $40 by doing it by state. So if I could do it by state, and I'm going to have Florida available. So if you're from Florida, know somebody in Florida, I'm going to have like 300 grants for Florida available for about $39 instead of $80, and that's why I want to get all this stuff down cheaper. Congratulations for your $50. What's that? Me? Fletcher? What do you mean? Thank you for your time and efforts. Well, I enjoy doing it, man. I can't think of anything else to do in my life, and I hope I'll be here about 20, maybe even 30 years to pester you people, okay? Thank you very much, and don't forget, you can reach me at letsgofreeradio@gmail.com and download that free video ebook at lesco.com/5, and then FREE, 5, and then FREE. 30 years. Fletcher, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Sorry. Congratulations for your $50. 700 years. Oh, I won't be able to move by then. But I still run about 5 miles a day. I was running pretty fast this morning, too. A little tired. Couldn't run the whole 5. I ran like 3. and then in 20 years, you'll be 94. That's right. So maybe, I see a lot of people still in good shape at 94. Not around. You're cool. Oh, thank you. You look handsome. Oh, you say that to all boys, hey, don't you, Fletcher? So pleasant to watch you, and congratulations on your son winning. God bless you abundantly. Well, thank you, Rail. I'm gonna go, and I'll be back soon, and whatever, don't forget to help people. Okay, thanks, bye. 74 is it? 94 is the new 74. Yeah, that's a good thing. Bye-bye.